Hello everyone, myself Bhautik Trivedi, working as an assistant professor in IT ICT department of LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. I will explain you the concept of wireless Ethernet in advanced networking protocol subject. So already you know the 802.3 standard, 802.4, 802.5, 802.6. So 802.3 that belongs to Ethernet, 802.4 and 5 that belongs to token bus and token ring. 802.6 that related to the DQDB, that is the distributed queue dual bus, and 802.11 standard that totally belongs to wireless LAN. So here that is the wireless Ethernet concept, that's the part of the wireless local area network. So let's start with the concept of wireless Ethernet in a detail. So first of all, you know the concept of wireless LAN. What do you mean by wireless LAN? So wireless LAN, the definition of the wireless LAN is that a data transmission system that is generally designed for to provide the location independent network access. Must remember the name, location independent network access. Between which devices? Between the computing devices by using the radio waves rather than the cable infrastructure. So in short, you can directly say that wireless LAN, that's a one kind of data transmission technique that generally providing the location independent network access with using the concept of radio wave between the different computing devices, not using the cable infrastructure here. That is the most important point regarding the wireless LAN. After that, IEEE standard already I discussed. 802.3 that belongs to Ethernet, 802.4 and 5 belongs to token bus and token ring, 802.6 that belongs to DQDB. So here IEEE 802.11 that belongs to wireless LAN. But the most important thing is that if you want to assign the IEEE standard 802.11b or 802.11 with high rate, so that is known as a wireless Ethernet that supported the 11 Mbps, that is the data rate. After that, one important term here, you just see the name WECA. So that can be treated as Wi-Fi certification. So whenever you talk about the concept of wireless LAN, so the IEEE standard of the wireless LAN, that is the 802.11. But whenever you talk about the wireless Ethernet, that supported the IEEE 802.11b standard. After that, what's the advantages behind that? What's the competitive advantage of the wireless Ethernet? Wireless Ethernet supported which particular standard? 802.11b. So competitive advantage of the wireless Ethernet, first one, you just see the name. First one, that is the mobility. Second one, that is the flexibility. Third one, that is the scalability. And fourth one, that is the cost saving. So whenever you talk about the advantages of the wireless Ethernet, that supported the fourth. Again I repeat the advantage, must remember the name. First one, that is the mobility. Second one, that is the flexibility. Third one, that is the scalability. And fourth one, that is the cost saving. After that, applications of the wireless Ethernet. So applications of the wireless Ethernet, the first one, that providing the dynamic environment. Second one, that is the cost effective network infrastructure solution. So whenever you create with using the concept of wireless Ethernet, so at that time whatever the infrastructure you make, that providing the cost effective network infrastructure. Third one, you can directly apply the wireless Ethernet to temporary network on exhibition and seminar also. After that, generally using for the backup purpose. For which particular thing? Backup for mission critical application running on wire network. That's the application of that. Another application that providing the enterprise networks. Another thing, small and home office network. And the most important thing, the application of the wireless Ethernet that providing in education. In schools and university, you can directly use the concept of wireless Ethernet also. After that, whatever the application here I discuss, what's the examples of this particular application? So here you just see, with using this, you can immediate bedside access to patient information for doctor and hospital staff. That's the one example of that. Another thing, real-time access for on-site consultant and auditors. After that, if you want to applying the improve on the database access for roving supervisors, such as different line managers are there, different warehouse auditors are there. So for this purpose, using the wireless Ethernet also. After that, real-time access to study group meetings and research link for the students. And the most important thing, most important example, that is the location independent access for network administrator. Means you can directly apply on-site troubleshooting very easily, and on-time support, on-site support, that's very easily. So that's the example of the different application. After that, overall structure of the 802.11b, because all of you know wireless LAN supported which particular standard? 802.11. And wireless Ethernet supported which particular standard? 802.11b. So here you just see, here I talk about the 802.11b technology. In this first one, that is the architecture. So whenever you talk about the architecture of the wireless Ethernet, that supported the two modes. One mode, that is the infrastructure mode, and second mode, that is the ad hoc mode. So wireless Ethernet operate on two modes. One, that is the infrastructure mode, and second one, that is the ad hoc mode. After that, wireless Ethernet supported which particular layer? So your answer, that supported the two layer. One, that is the physical layer, and second one, that is the MAC layer. In physical layer, that supported the three technique. First one, that is the DSSS. Second one, CKK, and third one, QPSK. What is the meaning of QPSK? Already you know in our data communication subject. Q means what? Quadrature. PSK means phase shift keying. Quadrature, phase shift keying. So that's all about the physical layer. And must remember, whatever the first name, DSSS, that is totally based on the signal spectrum, and CKK, that is totally based on the keying concept. And then after the another layer, that is the MAC layer. So 802.11b MAC layer supported one most important concept of the networking, and the name of the concept, that is the CSMA-CA. Anyone know the name of that? CSMA-CD and CSMA-CA. Carrier sense multiple access with collision detection, and carrier sense multiple access with collision avoidance. So that is about the structure of the wireless Ethernet. After that, you just see 2 to 3 diagrams of the different mode. So first of all, wireless Ethernet operate on an infrastructure mode. So here you just see the access point is that, different client is that. In between I put the one technique here, you just see the name, that is the service set, basic service set here. So basic service set, that can be known as a BSS. So here with using the BSS, you can directly apply the infrastructure mode in wireless Ethernet. And if I want to extend this, so here you just see the name of that, that is the ESS, that is known as a extended service set. So whenever you talk about the infrastructure mode of the wireless Ethernet, so major focus on the two technique. One technique, that is the basic service set, and second technique, that is the extended service set. And whatever the point, that is known as the access point. So that is about the infrastructure mode. Then after we talk about the ad hoc mode. What is the meaning of ad hoc mode? You just see the diagram properly. So whatever in a diagram, you can directly demonstrate this kind of thing. So that is totally based on the independent basic service set. So that is the independent thing, means each and every node that can be treated as an independent thing, means each and every node that can be communicated with your own way. So that is about the concept of the ad hoc mode in wireless Ethernet. After that, CSMA-CA, carrier sense multiple access with collision avoidance. Anyone know the timing sequence of that? Anyone know the name RTS, CTS, So these all are the different parameters. So here you just see in this particular diagram, fully focus on that. One station A is that and one station B is that. In between, I can directly communicate total 4 symbols. First one, that is the RTS. What is the meaning of RTS in networking? Request to send. Second one, CTS. What is the meaning of CTS? Clear to send. Third one, that can be treated as a normal data. And fourth one, that is the ACK. What is the meaning of ACK? That is known as the acknowledgement in a networking. So CSMA totally focus on the 4 important parameters. Again, I repeat the name. First one, that is known as the RTS, that is the request to send. Second one, that is the CTS, that is the clear to send. Third one, that is the data. And fourth one, that is the acknowledgement. So that is about the CSMA timing sequence. After that, because here I am talking about the wireless concept, here I am talking about the wireless Ethernet concept. So at that time, concept of the roaming and handoff, that is a part of the mobile computing also, that is the part of the mobile communication also. But here you just see the diagram for this. This is the backbone network. Here I put the inter-cell roaming and handoff between the different cell. So here that is the one technique, that is another access point. So that is the concept of the roaming and handoff. So what's the advantage of this? Why we use the roaming and handoff? So first one, you can directly apply the whatever the coverage, easily expanded. That is the first point. Second one, you can apply the load balancing in a proper way. Third one, you can directly apply the scalability and incremental growth very easily. And the first and the most important thing is that it is transparent to the user. So that's about the concept of the roaming and handoff. After that, whatever the discussion regarding wireless Ethernet, then after important 3 to 4 points remaining in this. First one, that is the security of the wireless Ethernet. Why we use the wireless Ethernet in the networking? That's my question. So answer, that is wire equivalent privacy security, means it applying the access control, it applying the encryption, it directly generating a wireless LAN service area ID also, and with using the 40-bit share key RC4 algorithm that can be used in a wireless Ethernet. Already you know one name in a information and network security subject, the name that is known as a RSA algorithm. So here that is the most important thing. After that, what's the range and what's the throughput behind this 802.11b? So must remember one thing, whenever you talk about the 802.11b data rate, so mainly 2 data rate for that. One, that is the 5 Mbps, second one, that is the 11 Mbps. What's the indoor range? Typically that is the 45 to 90 meters. What's the outdoor range? That's in a kilometers. That depends on the external antenna. Fully focus on this particular point. Indoor and outdoor both containing the different meaning. So whenever you talk about the indoor range, that supported the 45 to 90 meters, and outdoor range that supported in a kilometers, but that depends on the external antenna. Every time throughput decreases with distance. Must remember one thing, whenever you increase the distance, it directly decreasing the throughput. So that's the one kind of relationship between the throughput and distance. So that's about the range and throughput. After that, what's the attractiveness of the wireless lens? What's the attractiveness of the wireless lens? So first one, wireless whenever you want to be. That's the first point. Second one, you don't have to pull wires through your walls. That is the most important thing. Means not pulling the wire through your walls. And the third and the most important thing, this standard make cool things happen because that's the wireless. So that's the attractiveness of using the wireless lens. What's the dark side of the wireless lens? Dark side means all of you know that's the one kind of disadvantage. What's the dark side? So dark side of the wireless lens means you can directly applying the broadband wireless internet with using the DHCP server for your entire neighborhood. Another thing, being mobile does not mean wireless. That is the most important thing. And serious networking technology is type steel wire. Means each and everything with using the wireless, that's not possible. So some of the important terminology using the concept of the wire technology also, and the serious network technology is also using the concept of wire technology. So that's all about the today's session. So in the particular session, using the concept of the wireless Ethernet, using the different techniques of the wireless Ethernet, then after the attractiveness of the wireless Ethernet, dark side of the wireless Ethernet. So that's this particular topic, that's the part of the unit number 2 in your syllabus. So that's all about the today's session. Thank you for watching.